can't wait for like when we're falling out 40 episodes in, and literally like this.
Passag snapping.
Yeah. Right, what's your thing then?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Top 5 shit podcasts. Yeah. Can this be all 5?
Well, I know 4 more that you've done now.
I've been to loads of towns and cities, mate.
We're learning.
I'm rubbing
Fucking
off
hell,
on
I'm
you.
thick today.
Today?
Should we go?
Let's go.
Let's go, gay, go, bi, go, trans, go.
Edit that.
Welcome, hello, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the Proper Rant Podcast.
Why'd you work at a circus?
Willkommen.
Roll up. Roll up, roll up.
Do we always say welcome?
I don't know. I don't think it matters. I don't think it needs to be uniform.
Well-
Everyone.
We're here now.
I like a cold open, me.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
It's the Proper Rant Podcast, the podcast where we rank things properly. I'm Brennan Reese.
I'm Danny McLaughlin.
And there we go.
That's
Warm, lovely warm opening.
So warm. No, it was a bit of both, that. Because we did a cold open at the start. Are you going to edit that out? That
Who knows?
Cold open. I quite like it. It was and then we, boom, so they show, it shows the versatility.
Okay.
Because we start off and we're like, mate, we can just do the chat one if we want. And then we can be like, hey, guys, we're really going to do it?
Oh, no.
And what's mad is like, that is now hack and old, but it's so ingrained in my head
What, you really want to do it?
that I just do it, that Super Bowl thing. I just do it all the time. I did it the other day out loud when, the self-checkout didn't work. And I just went, oh, no. People are like, what?
But I think if you're over the age of 43 or never seen the Super Bowl, you're like, what?
Yeah.
You just hear people being like, oh, no.
But people would have been like, mate, he's so cool.
Yeah.
He's linked the self-checkout till to hip-hop.
Do you reckon when Kendrick Lamar was writing that tune, he thought it would be around unexpected item in the bagging area?
Oh, that would be good.
So what we're doing this week?
We are doing shittest/worst/ overrated towns/cities in the UK.
There's so many slashes. That's probably why some of them are bad.
Yeah,
Being
too
slashed
many
up.
slashes.
Adolescent
Or, like,
style.
slash. People having slashes in the street.
Yeah, or listening to Guns N' Roses guitar leads.
When was the last time you said, I'm going to have a slash?
I like saying I'll have a slash.
I get really icky about different versions of just saying I need a piss.
Go on, what?
They're all horrible.
I like, and this, if I was a woman that I was trying to date and I said this, which I have said in the past, going for a piddle.
Oh, see, they're all
Just going
bad.
for a piddle.
Do you know which one I don't like that I heard someone say? A burst.
But piss just does it all.
Just going for a bit. A wee wee. Sometimes I say that.
I like to say I'm going for a wee.
Go for a wee wee.
I don't say double wee.
Wee
squared.
A wee wee.
No.
And they're like, what are you, French?
What would you...
I love saying that.
A yes piss. What would your kid say?
Wee. Or a wee wee.
Double wee.
Yeah.
How old's he now?
34. Yeah, wee wee. I say wee wee though. I think that's why. I think he just says wee now,
Yeah, I think he's grown out of that.
but I like it.
Wee
Go for
wee.
a little wee wee. I think if you put little in front of something, go for a little wee wee.
Or a lickle.
Little wee wee. I've started saying lickle,
Have you?
even though it's not even my.
It's not in your it's not
in
your
my
town.
ends, not
That's
my
mine.
ends, is it?
There's one of my mum's friends, Jeanette. She'd say lickle, bockle,
Oh,
hospital. As a grown lady.
there was a lad in our school who was Sen, who used to speak like that, lickle bockle, but he couldn't say his SHs, so he'd get away with swearing in class because he'd say sit.
Sit
It'd just
off.
be like people would think
I've just sit me pants.
people would think there was just a dog in the room. He was also colourblind, and maybe we should have mentioned this on the prank show, but he once was he asked someone if this was blue because he was doing his sky and it was purple, and someone went, "No, yeah, that's blue, that," and he coloured his whole sky in purple, so he just created this like bleak masterpiece.
Oh.
People are like, ooh, atmospheric. And he's like, no,
Like a
just,
September evening.
yeah, just colourblind, fam.
Did you know this? Which is a new spin-off. It's a new segment of just things that I know slightly, which might not be true. That the colour blue was never written down in the past.
What?
That doesn't sound right, does it?
What do you mean?
Like in Shakespearean times.
Yeah.
And he said all of the words. He even made some up.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Never mentions blue. No one writes down the colour blue.
I don't know this for sure, but I heard a rumour
Yeah.
that Shakespeare coined the phrase "once in a blue moon."
Really?
So, if that is true,
If one of us is lying.
well, I'm not lying. I might
Once
just
told a
be
little
wrong.
lie.
I heard that he coined the phrase "once in a blue moon." Yeah.
Maybe then. Did you know he did? Here's me overheard something on TikTok about 3 years ago. And I'd be like, I think that's facts. Did you know that Shakespeare came up with the word scumbag,
Did he?
which is a reusable condom from the time?
Ah, love that. It would have been like some like skin, probably like a pig skin, or not pig skin, but
Yeah.
like stomach lining, or
It'd be
something
like
that,
an
probably.
old 1966 football,
Oh yeah, like a pig's
but
bladder.
ribbed for her pleasure. Use the pig bladder with the nipples on.
With the ribs.
With the ribs, yeah.
Just use the ribs. Oh.
Do you reckon ribs were like, do you know in like Flintstones, how they had like,
Yeah, that historical documents. when he slides down the dinosaur's tail. Did everyone get out of work like that?
do you know everyone was like, what colour's his wife's dress? I'm like, oh,
Oh yeah.
oh. But do you reckon they ever,
Orange it was.
his wife?
Yeah, it was.
Oh no,
it was-
Barney's wife had
Barney's
a
wife,
blue,
yeah.
blue, but they didn't know what blue was.
No,
They knew it was,
it was never written down.
But do you reckon condoms were ever made of ribs?
What, in the Flintstones time?
Yeah, so it's like actually ribbed.
I think they just left it in.
Did they?
I don't think they was on really that bothered about contraception.
While they were at the drive-in cinema.
Yeah.
Sending a nude while a little monkey's inside a camera like hammering away on a slate.
It's so fun. The doorbell.
What was the
So
door?
the doorbell was, I think it was like you pulled the tail and
he
it was
went,
like
"Rah!"
yeah, something like that. Flintstone's sick, you know. I might watch it
Flintstone-
when I get in.
And the Jetsons.
Isn't it mad that was like, isn't that the same show?
It's exactly the same
But
storyline,
just the opposite
but
end
more
of
metal.
the end of the spectrum. Suppose we've got a chat about it. I don't want to, and I don't want to objectify prehistoric women.
Cave birds.
Who had the better wife? Who was fitter?
I tell you what, they were both fit.
Both fire.
We should do an episode, fittest cartoon characters in a few weeks.
Let's
All
save
right.
it then. Let's save it.
But if I had to pick between them two, I'd say the old me
Oh, okay.
when I was watching Hanna-Barbera, whatever it's called.
Hanna-Barbera, yeah.
Hanna-Barbera. Would say Barney's wife was fitter
Betty.
because she had
Betty Rubble.
Betty Rubble. Sounds like Cockney rhyming slang for a wank. Just not
Or-
for a Betty Rubble.
Or Trouble.
Or trouble.
Because it's rhyming slang.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Yeah.
The name would have to be like Betty Flank. Or Proper Rank.
Oh.
That's rhyming slang for wank.
But I'd say now, as I'm a bit more open, a bit freer, I'd say
What, you're not gonna get
Mrs. Flintstone.
Wilma.
Bad name though.
I was always Team Wilms.
Were
man.
you?
Yeah.
Was it the stone pearl necklace?
Oh, that's not. I'm just like looking at like, you know, when you look at stuff, you know, like everyone was watching that Adolescence and they're like, the rip in the wallpaper looked like a knife.
Like a knife.
I'm like, oh, was that him going, oh, let's give her a pearl necklace?
Yeah.
And doing like,
As he comes, he's like, yabba dabba doo. Little twinkle toes into the bedroom.
oh, maybe that's how they did do contraception. Like when she knew she was ovulating, she'd say, yabba dabba, don't come inside me.
Also, if you're going to fuck anyone, fuck someone that's good at bowling.
Why?
Get them fingers on the go.
Oh, good old.
What town did you grow up in? Actual town?
No, it's a city.
Chester.
Yeah, it's a city actually.
But what is the offspurt?
I've been in Chester forever. Like within Chester, CH. I've never been further than a CH4.
Have you never?
No.
That's like zone 2 if you're listening from London.
Yeah.
And if you're listening from outside the country.
Near the town.
Yeah,
centre.
near the town.
Like I've always lived somewhere where you could walk to the city centre within half an hour.
Because Chester, to me, growing up, is quite posh.
Yeah.
I know there's
people
shit
say
bits
that.
as well. Like, there is shit bits of everywhere.
Yeah.
But the shit bits of Cambridge.
No, there is.
Cambridge.
Yeah. I don't like that place, me.
It's all right.
I prefer Oxford if we're talking about them two Tory hellholes.
What are they fighting for? Do you know when they do the swim?
Well, it's a boat.
The boat.
The swim. Imagine how stupid you'd be when they were all in the boat and then the gun goes and they just dive in. I'll fucking race it.
Oxford turn up and like, we're beating you, mate.
Just like that. Johnny Cambridge was like.
But what's the row about?
I think it's pronounced row.
What are they fighting over? Dictionary?
Mabes. Because I think Oxford's older than Cambridge, I think so.
So I'm the Cambridge to your Oxford.
Well, because I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Maybe. But weirdly, do you know, like, have you got an affinity to one of them? Even though I've got no...
I think Cambridge seems like the more legit one.
Right.
Because they've got punting.
I always just prefer Oxford. I don't know why, but if you was like, who do you want to win the boat race? I'd just be like, Oxford. Do you ever do that? You know, like with two random Russian football teams are playing, and you're like, I just prefer these ones.
Yeah, like
I do that with Oxford.
I love it when a UFC clip pops up and they go like 50 best knockouts, and I go, I hope he's going to knock the other one out.
Yeah. Do you know why I think it is though? Weirdly,
Why?
this is sad, and also this will link into one of our best TV detectives episodes. I think it's because of Inspector Morse.
Where was he hanging about?
Oxford?
David Jason.
No.
Poirot.
Morse is Sir John Thor, R.I.P., from Manchester. Dead.
Sir John Thor.
John Thor was Inspector Morse, yeah? You're thinking, with David Jason, you're thinking of...
Inspector
No,
Cold.
Del Boy.
No.
When he's, I mean, the last thing that guy needs is detectives after him, but, allegedly. But you're thinking of DCI Jack Frost in A Touch of Frost.
Do you know how I've got confused there? Because Thor and Frost.
Yeah.
I think that's what my brain's done there,
Mate,
you know.
that's like Rosemary and Thyme.
Yeah.
Why didn't they? Oh, probably because he died. But otherwise, like Thor and Frost. Do you think that's why they did it? Because obviously, no.
That was the Pro Evo version, where he's like Inspector Frost.
But it's John Thor is the actor, and so it's Inspector Morse.
Okay.
So if you would by the same logic, it would have been like DCI Semaphore. Inspector Smoke Signal.
That joke is going to split the online crowd,
Hopefully,
in two there, because like there'll be smart people. Hello to 6 of you. They'll be like,
team me, and then team you.
I'll just be like, Sema what? Is that like a half erect Thor?
Semaphore is 2.
Very nice. Again, if you're on my side of the crowd, just take a moment, have a think. We'll get there in the end. So I grew up in Manchester, but like Greater Manchester.
You didn't grow up in Manchester.
Outside. Well, actually, the county is Lancashire.
You might want to check that.
Is it?
I think what happened in 1974, I think
is this real?
Yeah.
What? How do you know that?
Sorry. I might be wrong, but I think...
I mean, I've just come up with Shakespeare, it never said blue.
They started Greater Manchester in, I think it was 74. So all those old counties... So for example, a good example is St Helens used to be Lancashire.
Okay.
They created Merseyside, and now St Helens is in Merseyside. Have you heard of Cleveland?
Ohio?
No.
Oh.
In the northeast. So round Middlesbrough and that was all called Cleveland.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist, and they created Teesside. And they swapped... Cleveland would have been broken up into like North Yorkshire, Teesside, maybe a bit of Humberside, like so that.
How the fuck do you? Where,
I might be blagging.
It sounds real,
I
though.
might be wrong, but I don't think it's Lancashire anymore.
how have you heard this?
I'm just clever. If I'm wrong, I'm not. But yeah, so like all those places that's why, weirdly, if you hear people from St. Helens speak, it's got a weird like Lancashire accent. They don't speak like Scousers.
Yeah.
But a lot of Scousers will live there now because the same thing that happened with the sink estates, like the backup estates or like the overspill estates. That would have been their version of Ashton and that.
And that's all the people that lost the Manchester boat race and they have to move out.
Exactly that.
Right, I get it, and I will be telling people that from now on.
Yeah. I mean, Liverpool were racing boats out, but they were racing them to America.
Yeah, and some of them
for reasons.
Took a hairpin turn wrong. That's why all the girls from Liverpool now have hairpins in to
That's it.
commemorate. Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't do it with such confidence,
You've
though.
smashed it.
Do you want to know some notable people from,
Ashton.
well, Tameside?
Yeah.
Howard from Take That.
What's Howard's surname?
From Take That.
Do you know what it is?
No.
I do.
Go on.
It's Donald.
Howard Donald.
Yeah. Like, normally, like, if you've got two first names, that'd be a great... We'll do that, leave it. Like,
Go on,
leave this in, but...
What's the thing?
Ranking people with two first names is fucking... It's amazing. Do you know what's funny about... We'll give away who might be top. But you know Elton John?
Not his real name. Isn't he called like Percival Mackenzie or something?
But his real name is also two first names.
Reggie Dwight.
Yeah.
I do know stuff.
So he's got 4 first names.
Do you want to know this? So, some people know, some people don't. Last year, I was a witness in the Kevin Spacey trial, and then the next day, when they were doing the other way round,
Spacey Kevin. That's what the witnesses said.
it was weird because he walked in with a limp and he left. And you're like, what? It was him all along.
You went Kaiser Soz, eh?
Some of his actions were so say. Anyway.
So say anything and I'll fucking kill you. So say anything and you'll never work in this town again.
Reggie Dwight was
Thoughts with all the victims.
was a witness.
Was he?
For the defence. But his thing was, he just brought him in and he just sort of met the jury and they went, and what have you got? What evidence have you got? He goes, I just know him. So all the jury were like, we've just met Reggie Dwight. And then he fucked off and that was it. I think that's how they won the case. Came in some candle in the minge and then... Howard Donald, Sadie Frost.
Oh. Myra Hindley.
Myra Hindley. Keep going down that one.
Ian Brady.
Yep.
Dr. Harold Shipman.
The 3 big uns. 3 of the worst serial killers in history. Well, it was Hitler a serial killer. Oh,
let's not.
Okay.
Justin Morehouse, friend of ours.
Yeah, 4th biggest serial killer. Love Special K.
Because Justin told me once that there's 3 or 4, I think it's 3 World Cup winners from Ashton.
Really?
So it's Sir Geoff Hurst was born in Ashton.
I didn't know this.
One of the Cohens, I think, George Cohen, I think was born in Ashton. And also, there's the player that won the World Cup in 2006 for Italy was born in Ashton and lived in Ashton until he was like 5.
They need to put that up somewhere.
Yeah.
They need to get a banner on a
I think
roundabout.
there's statues on the way to the IKEA. You've seen them?
I've seen the one with a horse on the front. Is that one of them with his...
Yeah, he played
Hand
left
up?
back.
Yeah,
the horse. That's why he was fast.
Jeff Horse. They think it's all over.
It is cow.
So Hull, if we are getting into the worst cities and towns of the UK, I slagged Hull off as a joke on a telly show years ago when I used to be on the telly, and I've never received so much hate.
Really?
Because it's that thing in it. It's a very British thing when people go, I know it's a shithole.
We can say it's shit.
But it's our shithole.
Yeah.
And I just said, like, Hull was the worst place I've ever been. And it's actually not.
No.
I don't mind it.
They got the Capital of Culture money. And
They don't mention it, though.
They lit up some theatres purple.
Was it 2002?
No, I think it was more recent than that.
2004?
No, like
2003?
in the last in the last 10 years.
Still, shut up about it.
Yeah. Shut up and dance.
But I like it.
I think it's all right, yeah. I think
I wouldn't live there. But I like... There's a nice street, it smells of shit, but it's...
where, like, the fruit market
yeah, where the all fruit... It does stink of shit, but there's, like, nice little bars.
Yeah, it is cool.
You can
It's
have
like,
food there if you want to smell shit.
It's Hull's northern quarter, innit?
Yeah.
It's like the bit where people who wear, like, little Carhartt beanies go and that.
Yeah, it's people who like coffee that's not Kenko. What don't you like about it?
No,
Oh, you like Hull?
I think it's fine, but it's very much maligned. Like, obviously, we take other people's lists, and it is on a lot. I had a look at, like, worst places to live in Britain, and it's on a lot of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
You would be pissed off if I lived somewhere, because like Middlesbrough's always brought up in it. Middlesbrough's always like worst place to live, and it's not.
Well, I think as well, people say Middlesbrough, but like, there's places around Middlesbrough that's like, I think they lump Teesside. It used to be called Cleveland.
Did it?
Yeah, 1974. They lump that
Love that book.
into everything. Middlesbrough is, Middlesbrough had protective glass in the KFC before COVID.
For what?
For, I don't know, robbery? I don't know. It was like you go in and it was like a bank. It was like people were going in and going, give me your fucking singers. Like, put the singers in a bag. Like,
I hate that. Do you know like when you go to a garage after 12?
I hate it.
And you have to like direct someone around like Pac-Man?
Yeah,
Or they're on live at Kick and you're like, up, left, down, 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 down.
Did a bit of my stand-up.
Is it?
By accident, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Used to have a bit about that. Exactly that. It's like Pac-Man and used to be like left, down. Yeah.
It's a good bit.
I just want to yop.
I might. One sec, I'm just writing that down. That is going in the set.
Just rewrite it. And the punchline was, I am sure that the reason that you can't get in, it's to not stop you getting in, it's to stop them getting out and drinking the petrol. Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
I reckon you've heard me do that and it stayed in.
Or maybe you'd use telekinesis.
I've done that loads where you do someone's bit back and you go, oh no, I've just heard you. You know when
Oh
you
no.
do, oh no. You're really about to do it? I've, you know when you do
Garlic bread.
do you know when you do like a long run with someone
Yeah.
and then you start like
It's called a marathon. But
talking like them? It's called the Snickers now, actually. 1974, they changed.
they lumped them all together.
Yeah. So Hull is up there on a lot of the stuff, but I wouldn't put it in ours. Like if we're doing ranking properly, I think Hull, honourable mention for being shit 10 years ago. It's hack, isn't it? Places, what you don't realise is places that like brush up.
Yeah. They get rid of the charity shops, the bookies and the bingo.
I also could honestly do this list if just from the Midlands.
The Midlands feels like they've all like the people from the south were trying to get to Glasgow. The people from Glasgow were trying to get to London, and they all met in the middle. And they went, I reckon we've all got one set of teeth between us. It.
I don't like it, Brennan. I don't like the Midlands as an entity.
I think, and don't come at me with your little stumpy hands on your keyboards, on your Lenovo's, but the East Midlands is the worst.
Right.
When it's getting to Derby. East, but they can't do it.
Lump side.
Oh, is that lowercase e?
Yeah, they can write east. They don't even have to do the e. They've got that many fingers.
When people write blood,
yeah.
blood. Derby's terrible.
Like, let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's talk about anywhere. Like, I could name 5 places in the Midlands now.
Could you? You are clever.
I'm so clever. Derby's in there. Bad.
It's the accent. Derby.
Mansfield.
So
awful place.
I don't think I've ever been to
Awful
Mansfield.
place.
Sounds nice.
Coventry.
Bleh.
Leicester.
Bleh, bleh.
What I like, what I will say though is Leicester as a town centre and a place isn't nice, but rural Leicestershire,
It's like green, isn't it? Surprisingly
Bradgate
green.
Park, it's fire. It's lovely there. Saw a man have a heart attack there.
Oh, I love
And they've
that.
got like deers, you know, like Lime Park.
Oh, women.
And the deers came over and looked, and one deer looked like, he was like, ha.
Oh, I thought you meant like they were all going to come over like Snow White and be
they
like
were just
nursing back to health.
No. The deers were coming over and they were like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get
it
for
was
coming
like
to
one
our
of them
house.
looked dead out. Yeah, like, I'm not bothered. You're getting airlifted out, yeah.
You ever seen a
Lucky.
deer raise its eyebrow like, told you?
Told ya.
Smug.
Yeah. Every time you've run one of my mates over. So, Leicester, Derby, Mansfield, Stoke.
Stoke. As a kid, I used to love it because of Waterworld.
What world's so far? Have they
Have they done it up in the past 25
added
years?
a new slide. You know, one of those where the floor just goes.
I love that.
Don't like them.
When the floor just go.
Do you know why I always think, what if I like accidentally do the splits and then like my legs go up above my head and I go down like dick and arse first and like my legs are like...
Like when you turn a Barbie's legs upside down.
Yeah, and I just have to go down like that and then I hit the water bollocks first, like seam first.
Just like you've been uppercutted in the gooch.
Yeah.
Well, funny you should say that. The exact same thing happened. No, I was in Dubai with a friend of the pod and friend of ours, Adam Rowe.
Oh, yeah.
We were doing some gigs out there years ago, and we went to some massive water park, and they had one of them big old.
What? There's two.
The Jumeirah.
Right, because there's one, and then there's like an older one that's called like Wicked Waleeds or something like that.
No, it might have been Wicked Waleeds.
Yeah,
we went
something
both.
You're right.
I think that maybe the thing was called the Jumeirah. It was like massive drop, and the guy goes, right, you're getting this like see-through coffin. Put your arms over like a little, like cross them over your chest, and the floor's going to drop. Don't move any of your body. And then Adam, being Adam, knee-jerk reaction when the thing went, he put his arms out. When he came out the bottom, he got two big gashes up his arms, just blood everywhere.
It's mad. It's not worth. That's why I don't go on them ones.
I love a water slide.
Let's go water. Let's do water parks like top 5 and then.
All right. But apart from Stoke Waterworld,
What about Monkey Forest?
I went on a date there once.
What?
I went on a date with a girl called Shala Duck. She had chinchillas. She works in the circus now, I think.
Right, juggling them.
Yeah. They died years ago, but
She still juggles them.
Yeah.
Yeah, balls is balls.
balls is balls. It sounds like one of those adult bar/ball pools.
Oh yeah,
Balls is balls.
the worst place.
Balls out.
Balls deep.
Balls deep. Balls on your chin. Your mum sniffs balls. So I went on a date there, first date, and I didn't realise they come around. Like I thought it was going to be like just a zoo for monkeys,
Yeah, monkey zoo.
but it's not, is
No,
it?
they're about.
They can come up and have a go eat quavers.
Smooch it and that. If they wanted to smooch you, they could smooch you.
But I think the only reason it works there is because they're more scared of you than they are of that you are of them.
Especially the spider monkeys.
But they just see people from Stoke and they're like, nah.
I won't go to them. Do you know why?
Why?
Genuine fear. I'm scared that one of the monkeys will steal my eyes.
Why? They've got eyes.
No.
They've got the same eyes.
You know, because they've got little fingers and that, and they're quite angry.
Well, like people from the Midlands.
Yeah, like little. I always think they'll just be like, just whip one out.
Yeah, but they're not.
I'm scared of monkeys in life. I think they're unpredictable.
Yeah, but it's not like getting the white ball out of a pocket.
No, it's like when someone does that and they go, get that off my hand, and you have to like before they can close it. I think monkeys will just whip your eye out.
I think there's more chance of them ripping your face off.
Well, that's the thing. I'm scared of them. I think they're unpredictable,
It is wild.
and I think they're more powerful than you think.
I think so as well. The asses are on the outside.
Yeah, isn't yours? Imagine if you found out that like you just had an innie arse.
Oh no!
And everyone was like, "What? Do you ever think that?" I think that.
What that you go? Oh, maybe my ass is weird, and everyone's got
Yeah.
a baboon's ass.
Yeah. Like, or not just that, but like something normal, like something that you think's normal.
Well, I'd say there's not many people that have seen my gooch, but imagine it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it looks like the Snake Pass.
Yeah, like jagged gooch.
Yeah. Harry Potter's scar gooch.
Or like it's like the border between England and Wales. Exactly that.
Exactly that.
Yeah, and you're like, what's that there? And you're like, oh, that's Offa's Dyke. It's like,
There's just a Brazilian of hair, but in that thing.
Or it's like Jesus. Imagine if Jesus appeared in your gooch and you're like, whoa.
On a one night stand and someone...
He's like, I'm just bored of toast. I'm so bored of toast. Start appearing in gooches now. It's like the Gaza Strip and Jesus is slightly over this side, so that solves the whole thing because they're like, nah, this guy's
he's leaning more that way than he is that way.
This guy's gooch has solved everything. Oh no.
It's a cultural divide. Aberdeen.
Right.
It's just one of them places. It feels like the end of the train track. They call it the Granite City as a selling point. It's grey as
I
fuck.
like it.
Do you?
Well, I've got a whole specification of cities called, oh, this isn't as shit as I thought it was going to be. And Aberdeen is definitely one of them. It's a lot because of people just saying how bad it is. Because I didn't go to Aberdeen until I was probably 30 or
Really?
I was in my 30s. Yeah, we didn't do many school trips to Aberdeen, believe it or not. Oh, we could go to Waterworld, but we're gonna have a 9-hour flight to see an oil rig.
It's funny you should say that because I went on the worst school trip when I was about 13 and we got a coach to Belgium.
Yeah.
A double-decker coach.
A bus.
A bus, yeah. And it took, but not a bus, like, not
Not an omnibus.
yeah.
That's what...
So what? I
That's,
thought that was just like Hollyoaks.
no, that's what a bus... Bus is short for omnibus. It was called an omnibus.
Can you please I don't know why.
You've got the... You Google it. I don't know, but I know that that's what it is, but I don't know why.
What, as in like it's omnipresent?
Maybe.
Oh. Well, we got a coach or an omnibus. I don't know if you're taking the piss here.
That's why, right? It takes 3 hours on Sunday. Bit of a train.
And June Sarpong's driving it.
I wonder what June Sarpong's up to now. Imagine if you got on the bus and it was June Sarpong.
But you wouldn't say
She's
anything because
like,
you just wouldn't believe it.
I'm not breaking a 20.
And then she goes,
Have you not got the right change?
and then she does the announcement. She's like, coming up after this stop.
You know what the number of the bus would be?
4.
T4.
So, we went on this trip to Belgium.
Where?
Ypres.
Right.
That's where...
The war was.
Oh, I thought she got the... Why can't I just tell a joke?
The Battle of Ypres. Yeah.
I thought that's where she got the... I thought that's where Elizabeth Gilbert got the idea for Eat, Pray, Love It from. Fucking hell. We're only 4 episodes in.
We're smashing it.
That's dead, that. My iPad's died.
Shell shock.
Get that in the trenches. So we go to Ypres. Takes longer than expected because there's a car crash. There's a traffic jam. There's something.
Oh, it's the worst thing that's happened at Ypres.
We only got half an hour there. And then it was back on the bus.
It's longer than some people got there.
And there was fuck all to eat. Conditions were terrible.
A lot of poppies.
A lot of poppies, and I've got hay fever. Nearly died. So that's the worst school trip you can go on. Half an hour. So it took like 30 hours there, 30 hours back to have a waffle. Also, there should be a tuck shop at Ypres, should there?
No.
But I got a waffle and a pencil.
Yeah.
And then back on the
1
bus.
square of dairy milk and a tin of Pilchards. You had to write some poetry.
Then sniff some evaporated milk. We also we'll meet again and then back on the bus.
Wrong war.
Is it? What's Ypres?
1.
First war ever.
Ypres, Somme. I'm sure they're ones.
Ypres, Somme. What was the one where they all were getting off in the water and then they had their heads off?
Saving Private Ryan one.
The British version. Yeah.
Normandy, like the D-Day. That's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah. 1 is trenches. Trench warfare was 1.
Where were they staying in World War II?
Airbnb.
Yeah, but what about the people
A lot
that
of them
weren't
were
flying?
staying in attics secretly. That's how she got found. Someone put
They
it
had
on,
women in it.
Someone put it on Airbnb. They turned up. They were like, "I've booked this." She's like, "Shit."
Out.
And she wrote a review about it, and the review sold loads.
I'd say the first Karen of a time.
Yeah, she was very honest. Some would say she was frank.
That would be a Twitter handle. I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you this, though. As well as Aberdeen, do you know Greenock? Have you heard of Greenock?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Do you know there's a man who lives in the sewers? I'm not, this isn't even me setting up for a bit. This is just life. There's the rat man of Greenock. I swear to God, there's a man
That's
called...
got to be number one now. However bad all the other towns and cities are, they haven't got a rat man.
A rat man who lives in the sewers. So supposedly there was like a Norwegian sailor who got stranded.
I'm a rat man.
Ski bap
Pee
bap.
ba 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 dum plop. Ba 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 dum plop.
Keeps looking at the kids. Pee bap bap ba do. So I think he was from like Norway. Got stranded. His boat got capsized or whatever. Swam to shore. Ended up in Greenock, which I think is maybe an hour or two away from Glasgow. And then like no one would have him in because he couldn't ask him because he couldn't speak the language. So he was like, I'll just live in this basement here, which happened to be the sewers. And there's pictures of him like popping out the sewers with a rat in his mouth. So he got given the nickname the rat man of Greenock.
Oh. Why do they call him Splinter? That would have been better.
Yeah.
Is he dead, the rat? Is he still about? Or when was this?
To be fair, I couldn't tell you the actual details. I've just heard it.
The rat's tail.
But, you know, I reckon there's quite a lot of rats down there, quite a lot of protein in them. Norwegian, you know, good genes.
Yeah. Selvage.
So I reckon he's
all right.
maybe still kicking about.
That's what he said as well. If you'd have said to him, do you know in 10 years you're going to be living in a sewer in Scotland, he'd have said, "No way."
In a Jamaican accent.
Yeah. No way, man. Me going to Greenock.
On my ship.
So if we're sticking in Scotland, I went to a place called Irvine in Ayrshire.
Irvine.
Yeah. And this, it took ages to get there. I was doing a gig and...
So Ayrshire's right at the top.
Is it?
I don't know, I'm asking, but I didn't put the right inflection on it.
I don't know. But
Ayrshire's right at the top.
I think it's top left.
Okay. Top bins.
Top bins, yeah. And I got there. Ayr is in Ayrshire. And I got there Ayrshire, and I saw a woman punch a seagull.
That's good, that.
And she said, "Fuck off my chaps." Because
she had leather chaps on.
Yeah. She was a cowboy. And it was Christina Aguilera at the VMAs after doing Dirty.
With 4 R's.
Dirty.
You wanna get rowdy, wanna dirty.
Russian.
Accent are a strong point.
No, absolutely not. Swedish. And this might be the worst thing I've ever done.
Go on.
In my life. I got a lift to the kebab shop for it. I got a lift. It was a taxi. And that's classically what they do. They specialise in lifts.
Lifts, yeah.
And the taxi driver guy, was like, "They don't like English people round here."
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a cultural divide.
It goes back to Edward the First. And he said, if in this kebab shop there's like rough looking pissheads, try not to be heard speaking in like you speak.
Yeah.
In your boring Chester accent. Chester, home of Michael Owen, Danny Murphy.
Yeah.
You've heard Michael Owen talk, like, it's a boring accent.
Oh, he's so boring.
Absolutely not. And he said, because it might just be a long day for you. if they want to be pricks about it,
they'll bash your new tough.
yeah, basically we're saying if there's dickheads in that want an excuse to start beef,
Yeah.
they will use your accent and be like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what you doing? That.
Basically, I ordered burger and chips in an Indian accent.
What? You had a burger and chips?
Yeah, but it was a bad one, like a 1970s British sitcom sort of.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And I guess because they're so pale in Scotland, they sort of thought,
man looked like Mowgli in there. But I just said, like, mumbled it, and then because I only had to say burger and chips. So,
and did you come off scot-free?
yeah, but I was like, I wanted more stuff. Like, I was starving.
It's hard to say Rubicon in an
Yeah,
Indian accent, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
And like you're quite specific with your food orders, you know, where you're like, can I have chips?
So it was-
no skin,
that's what I mean.
slightly
So-
cooked.
so it was 3 words. I said plain burger chips.
As in broken English as well?
Yeah, and that was it. And then everything else was, do you want sauce? And I was like,
I'm just trying to practice it. Do you know when you're trying to say it in your head how it would
it's
sound?
really-
But I
I'll
can't-
tell you. I'll do it on the Patreon.
and I would have just pointed.
Because in my head, I was like, even if it's bad, like, it wasn't so much, in my head, it was an Indian accent, but they might have thought it, because there was rough people in there, essentially.
Yeah.
There was like a stag doing that. It looked, or they were already like beefing me.
But I reckon it would have cut through more than any other accent, whether you did a Polish accent, a Nigerian accent, even an American accent. I would have gone with American before I did Indian. But
No,
you
but
know,
then, if they're American,
yeah.
then I speak English. So then they might have asked me questions. And then I've got to be American.
I think I would have rather been like,
Oh, nah.
I'm from Wisconsin.
No, and then they'd be like, oh, look, where'd you get your trainers from, big man?
I'd be like, sneakers.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have been dead.
I got sneakers. They were actually made by my Indian friend here who was ordering a burger and chips.
I think there's a couple in North Wales that, for me, I love Wales, by the way. I really like Wales. I need to caveat that. I think it's my second favourite UK country.
There's only 4.
Exactly.
Where's number 1?
England.
Okay. So you're saying Scotland and Ireland's worse than Wales?
No, you can't say Ireland, but if we're counting that, it's better than, I think Scotland's my least favourite.
No.
Genuinely. And I think a lot of it is PTSD from Edinburgh, the festival.
True. Like, the city's great, though.
Yeah, but
Glasgow's awesome.
I will say, I think it's quite hack that people always go, oh, Glasgow's well better than Edinburgh.
Glasgow is well better than Edinburgh.
I don't think there's that much in it. I think if it's better, which I'm not saying it is, it's not as fucking well better than people think.
It's so flat. That's one of the
I'm
crazy. I
not
love
talking
that.
about the-
Love a bit of that. The food, the people, the music.
See, I just think
There's less bagpipes.
there's less bagheads.
There's
more
more
in
bagheads.
Glasgow.
Do you reckon that's the road that you go down? Like whether like you get to 16 and you have either go like bagheads
Or bagpipes.
Or bagpipes. I think bagpipes is more annoying.
Yeah, I think
Than
I'd
bagheads.
rather be addicted to heroin than...
Well, I'd
than
rather
play-
someone come up to me and go, "Gonna have 20p for that bus," even though they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Than hear.
Yeah, if someone comes up to you and goes, mate, have you got a quid so I can buy some smack?
Yeah.
I'm more likely going to give that person the quid than if someone goes, mate, I'm saving up for some bagpipes. Can I borrow a quid? I'll be like, no.
Although I wouldn't mind it if a bagpiper,
A bagpiper. maybe.
bagpipist came over like a smackhead and just went, "Mate, do you want to hear this tune?" and did it quite like,
A friend of ours, dad is a piper and very good.
you can't be very good.
He's like, he does it at, when at football matches when they have bagpipers and stuff.
Yeah.
He
Like,
does it.
did he have it at the old firm matches?
Maybe, but he doesn't do it there. He does it down here.
Who's that?
I'll tell you off camera. He's a friend of ours. A good
Scottish?
friend. Great guy. No? Great guy.
Who is learning how to do bagpipes? Who's not Scottish? That's like me picking
Maybe
up a
his dad's-
djembe drum. Learn how to do Mongolian throat singing because I'm like, I like it. You either
That
born
sounds like
into
such an insult. Like, fuck off, you little Mongolian throat singer. That's like, you know, when you see them witty toilet graffitis,
Yeah.
you'd be like, Brennan's dad is a Mongolian throat singer.
do the impression of a dildo.
That's a vibrator.
Impression of a dildo is this.
Yeah.
Like when you pull the plug out.
Oh, when you pull a plug out of an ass. Oh, we're trying to get that Love Honey sponsorship. So yeah, I think it's closer than Glasgow, Edinburgh. The debate is closer than people let on. That's what I'm saying. But my two that have got to be close: Wrexham and Rhyl. Both horrible places.
Are they?
Yeah.
Real's not great. Wrexham I have no issue with.
Wrexham's not a nice place. People of Wrexham tell you that Wrexham is not a nice place. Do you know what it is? A spice place.
Is it a bit spicy?
Oh, it's spicy. There's loads of... And what I mean by that, before anyone, is people on spice. I don't mean there's like, oh, it stinks of cumin. Like...
Because spice, I think, is more of a northern drug than any. You don't really see spice heads in London.
Do you not?
I don't think so. So if you don't know what it is, isn't it a synthetic?
It's synthetic weed, I think it started out as.
But it's known as the zombie drug, where it's like mannequin
It
challenge.
tastes like cranberries.
You'd be sick at musical statues though. Just have a bit of that. You're like,
No, because they swear you'll sit.
oh yeah, bit of
Bit of
red
sway.
light, green light.
Yeah, you'd be dead light. Yeah, I don't like Wrexham. I think Wrexham might be worse than Real.
Are you jealous though a bit? Because
Yeah, because obviously like
Chester's
there's
close
a
by.
big rivalry, and then obviously when fucking Deadpool turned up to buy that footy team, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
so annoyed because like Wrexham fans now like they're chatting like it's vibes there and it's not.
But they're doing so well.
Yeah, but this podcast would do well if fucking Ryan Reynolds put millions of pounds into it.
Please, Ryan.
Please, Ryan. Yeah, like it's Man City of North Wales. It's
Love
that.
it.
It's
I
like-
love that for Wrexham.
Yeah, of course you do.
Come on, you dragons. Is that what they are? What are they? The big drags?
That's what St George said. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Rhyl and Wrexham.
See, with Real, because seaside town in it, there's a few of them where it goes, it could, when people are moaning about global warming, you're like, we could do with a bit. If you could
Yeah.
do targeted global warming,
That'd be so good.
you just wash it away.
Heat Rhyl up so it smells even more.
But like, if you said to Greta Thunberg, right, we'll save Greenland, the coast of Sweden, and a bit of France.
Absolutely not. That's what she said.
So you go, right, we keep them, but we get real.
Keeping it real. You're keeping real.
Keeping it real.
Keep it real.
You get rid of real.
How haven't they used that
Keep it real.
as like a tourist slogan when you drive in?
Because when they get there, they're like, they've kept it too real.
Keeping it real. And then next door, the town next door, they could have like a butt plug and it could be like, press that in.
You push it in too much, that's long gallon.
Rectum. Yeah, go on, real. Do you like it?
I don't love it, but I think there's some of those seaside towns that are shit now. Like Blackpool as a kid,
I think
loved it.
Sorry to cut you off. I don't think Rhyl could ever chat to Blackpool. I think Blackpool, as shit as it is, did have a heyday before EasyJet and etc. Like
Before the song,
like like the 1890s when it was like, oh, we'll go there for our holidobs.
yeah,
But I don't think
on
Rhyl
a May bank holiday.
Yeah, I don't think Rhyl was ever that. I think Rhyl's just a place by the sea with some arcades. I reckon Scarborough was like that. I reckon there's places in the south like that. Western Super Mizzle was probably like that. Margate was defo like that. Your Dargate, that was different. Stargate,
My step
FG1. But I don't think Rhyl was ever that place. I don't think people used to go on holiday to Rhyl. Maybe there was caravans and stuff, but I don't think there's like beachfront hotels like there was in Blackpool and stuff. I think people used to go to caravans in Rhyl.
Yeah, the porter cabins.
Yeah. And press that in. But...
Because we used to go to, was there a Haven, a Butlins?
Pontins, I think.
Pontins.
There's a Pontins round
So
there,
we'd go to
Prestatyn.
Pontins, Prestatyn.
Yeah.
And my mum used to force me to do the talent shows there.
That's how it all started,
So
isn't it?
came second at a Connect 4 championship.
Smashed it.
I kicked off because I didn't win the kids like talent show.
Who won it? That Greg.
I think it might have been that Greg, you know. Greg Baines.
Is that his name?
Greg Baines. I'm here to call you out right now, Gregory. I don't think he was there. I wonder what Greg Baines is doing now.
I don't know.
I hope Spice.
He's in France where he's now known as Gregory Baths.
That's the thing with like seaside towns though, innit? Is that they go, isn't the sea nice? And you're like, that's not the country. That's out.
Yeah, also as well, some of the sea isn't nice. Like the sea at Brighton compared to the sea at Blackpool is not the same.
Yeah, how though? How's that happened?
Pollution.
But is all the poos and the condoms getting stuck around like that bottom bit where Cornwall is?
Maybe, or maybe they just don't throw condoms and poo. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Who's lobbing poos?
Mate, and I know it's a different thing and it's a different source of water, but I mentioned it on another podcast, one of my 17 other podcasts that I've done. There was a guy, a mate of ours, that slept with a girl near the river. And
Near the river?
Yeah, in Chester. And it was a certain time. She just took a tampon out and threw it in a river. So it does happen. And the nickname was Tampon the River because there was a song called Pon the River. And she got called Tampon the River. But she just whipped it out. The thing is, right, is when he told us, do you know the first question I asked?
What?
I wanted to know, did she swing it? Like, because when she did it, she'd have done like that. And he'd have gone,
it's the Queen's Jubilee.
Yeah,
and everyone's like,
but when she did that, he'd have gone, oh no. And then she'd have gone, it's a cultural divide. We can get it on the floor. And she went like that, and he was like, are you really going to do it?
I'm whipping out tampon.
I throw it in the D like, the river D.
Do you reckon she went overarm or underarm?
Ooh, I reckon like that, like side.
What, she's trying to skim it?
Like
3,
she's trying
4,
to
5.
like she was trying to run somebody out at cricket.
I would have done little spins, but underarm like, wow.
Yeah, Tampon the River, shout out. This is one that often goes under the radar, but it's honestly such a shit place. Have you ever been to Boston in Lincolnshire?
No.
Flat and grim.
What, it just feels like it's been left?
Yeah, and also, do you know what? I've got a theory that...
People have got one leg.
Yeah, maybe.
Everyone's got a crutch.
Yeah. No, I've got a theory that... that's not my theory, that everyone's got one leg. Just going around Boston, just kicking people, going, what'd you kick me for? You're like, just trying something out. Just had an inkling.
No primary school's got hopscotch.
just hop. No scotch.
They voted leave and they can't.
You're just like checking if everyone's got an arm, like sleeve means sleeve. And I think places in the UK look shitter when they've got a better alternative in a different country.
What do you mean?
So Boston in America is
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's big.
Yeah,
and
like
it
a
looks
Boston
sick.
cream pie over there. Delicious cake.
Exactly.
Boston cream pie in England.
Yeah.
Oh, Reader's wife with it all in her hair.
It's how chastity was conceived with a Boston cream pie.
Again, Boston Strangler. Ooh, true crime.
Yeah. Down here, the Boston Strangler's a wank. There's some guy that masturbates on the town hall steps.
He's hopping.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Boston Strangler. Him and the Rat Man of Greenwich. Yeah, it's not a good place. So Boston, in North Wales, there's a place called Flint. And even Flint, Michigan, which has not had any clean water for how many years. This is how shit Flint in the UK is, right, Brennan? Right? Do you know on the bus, it'll say like, so it'll be like Chester via the castle.
Yeah.
Or it'll be some like a landmark. Flint, it goes Flint via McDonald's.
It does not.
On the front of the bus, it says Flint, and then in brackets, it's like McDonald's. Like that's the cool thing in Flint.
And they're like, do you know, like when you were going to Blackpool as a kid, I can see the tower in Flint and that. I can see the M.
I can see the No, they call it
I can see the retail park.
I can see the Reed something park.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back after doing a list.
And when we did this list, we realised that there's going to be one that we haven't mentioned that just need... And it's mad that we didn't think of it because nobody really does think of it as this.
And it's bad.
It's so bad. It might be number... Should we put it one?
All right.
Right.
All
so
right.
let's do that
Oh,
then.
they're going to batter us.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oxford or Cambridge.
Queensbury rules. Go on, 5's you.
So number 5 is Aberdeen. I can't do accents. Aberdeen. Aberdeen.
I don't know.
Aberdeen in Scotland. It's just, as I said before, it's grim. I've never seen sunlight there.
Do you know what? I told you before, I didn't think it was as bad. I didn't feel as threatened as I did in Irvine in Ayrshire, but I didn't spend enough time in Ayrshire or Irvine to know that it was really, really shit. So the one thing that I forgot about Aberdeen that I don't like is there's a lot of idiots there that aren't from Aberdeen because it's where they all go to work on the oil rigs.
It's very similar to like, do you know when you go down to like Portsmouth?
Yeah.
And it gets a bit fighty.
Or when you go to Dubai and it's all the worst people from Britain that didn't want to pay tax and you're like, oh, it's essentially that.
It's that and they're ruining it.
It's
The
like-
people of Aberdeen are very nice. It's the people that
all
are
the-
passing through.
All the 2 on 2 offs.
2 on 2 offs.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, innit? It's all the
Yeah,
people go into an oil rig to watch pirate DVDs while their missus get rattled at home.
What's in it for?
While a missus gets told to press that in. 4's Boston, I hate it. It's shit. It's horrible. Like, you should go. There's an all right gig there, but a good gig, weirdly, is often a sign of a shit town.
Because it's all they've got.
Yeah.
You're their entertainment for the next month.
Like the gigs that in Teesside that we do, lovely gigs, not a great place to go.
It's like going over to the Isle of Man. Dreadful.
Nice gig.
Nice gig.
Dreadful place.
Terrible place. Number 3. Go
Wrexham.
on. Wrexham.
This is how bad Wrexham is. Not even a gig. A gig's never even worked there because they don't even want to laugh. They just want to get spiced up and hate people from Chester.
You really hate it, don't you?
I just don't. What's your beef? Like, why have you got? We should be reaching over the border and shaking hands.
But it's like things like this. This podcast is going to cause another War of the Roses. It's the War of the Rosé.
The War of the Spices. That Wrexham's 3.
Number 2, and I say this with my
This
chest.
might be the first one that we're totally agreeing on.
Full agreement. Stoke-on-Trent.
I'm sorry, but a few water slides can't save you.
Yeah, it's just a long, fast bath that you're having. But it's not good. It's not good. There's a strip club there called 00 Heaven.
Oh, wow.
With like a James Bond silhouette of a woman on there. There's a place called Hanley, and if there was a World War III, you would never know.
Right.
It's so bad.
If there was a World War III as well, depending on who it was against, a lot of the people that you actually see in Waterworld Stoke would probably be fighting in it. Like, I've never seen so many bulldog tattoos on water slides. It's mad.
Look at that XL bully go.
I look at it and go, I didn't know bulldogs could smoke cigars.
Do a peace sign.
It's the only place I've ever had a gig pulled because someone got stabbed in the venue the night before.
Fucking hell.
Grim place.
So there you go. Stokes in at number 2. Number 1. I can't believe we forgot this. Oh, people are gonna. Oh, they're gonna be tapping the keyboards.
You can say it.
London, England.
It's so shit. I can't believe
So shit.
I hate it.
And if you're not from there, you agree. And if you are from there,
you're paying £7,000 to live in a cupboard.
yeah, it's rubbish. They say, oh, it's not like New York where it's like it's open 24/7. Everything done shut at midnight.
Shut at 10. Some of it's other than
We've
Chinatown.
got a Wagamama. We've got a Greg's. We've got an Odeon.
We had Greg's first. Well, after Newcastle.
Greg's Spain's though.
I love them fake Greg's. You know, like the Pound Bakery and I feel threatened. Do you know what I like doing in loads of cities in the UK?
What?
Just being able to get my phone out and walking around with it.
Without the Hanna-Barbera
getting zoinked. Like, it's disgusting. I just hate it.
And no one looks like they're having a nice time.
Nobody likes it.
Have you ever seen anyone smile?
Do you know who likes it? People. Do you know what it's for? It's people. It's low stakes people. It's for students who haven't got any money anyway.
Yeah.
Then they can just enjoy it because it's got some nice museums. But like everything about London that's good is one time. Like,
and also the best things are free.
Yeah, you go Tower, great, been there, done that.
Nice Tower.
You go to the National
Queen's
Portrait,
House, Queen's Old House,
the
sorry.
King's House.
Yeah.
Everything's good once, but I'm not going back to the Tate, the Andrew Tate Museum.
When people go, oh, do you want to go in the London Eye? What, see more of it from a higher distance? No.
Queue up. And it's too many queues. The tube's wank. The buses are wank.
So that's why London is number one. So to go through the list, we've got Aberdeen at 5, Boston at 4, Wrexham at 3, Stoke at 2, and London, England at number 1. If you agree, get involved. If you think we're wrong, get involved. Come and follow us online on Instagram and TikTok at Proper Rank Pod.
Tell us why we're wrong if you want, and also throw your own list at us. Send us what you think it should be.
But are you going to throw your list at us overarm or spin it around like a little tampon in a Chester River underarm?
Chester's not going to be in anyone's lists. Even Wrexham people can't put Chester in. It's too lit.
I bet there's some Romans that are like, it's shitty.
That's why we left.
We didn't even have got a Greg's.
It has, actually. So.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Go on, say it.
See you next Tuesday.
That was the best accent you did at the end. See you later, guys. Nice one. Bye. Me going to Greenock.